Somewhere just out of town, there's an open road waiting, and you just can't wait to sink your wheels into it. Then suddenly, the waiting's over. This is Dodge's Spring Rally, your local Dodge boys. Make it before the one you want is gone. Omnis, Chargers, Ram Tough trucks, Caravans, Aries, convertibles, and the sensation Dodge Daytona. Now you've caught the spirit. Dodge's Spring Rally. Just follow the signs to your local Dodge boys. Because the open road is waiting, but you can't.
WNYT, Albany, New York.
Knight Rider will return next week at its regularly scheduled time. Tonight, the epic the world has been waiting for. And now, prepare yourself for the final battle. It was the greatest event mankind had ever witnessed. The aliens arrived in 50 gigantic motherships.
Unbelievable.
Positioned around the world's key urban centers, each ship measured 3 miles across.
Fantastic.
Holding thousands of visitors.
Listen, outside.
Citizens of the planet Earth, we bring you greetings, and we come in peace.
The world sat spellbound in anticipation of man's first alien encounter.
Incredible.
We wondered what beings from another world would look like. And then, at the moment of meeting, we learned they were just like us.
He doesn't even look like Mr. Spock.
We have come because we need your help. Our planet is in serious environmental difficulty.
Their purpose on Earth, to save their dying world. The visitors desperately needed to import manufactured chemicals not found on their planet.
And in return, we will gladly share with you all the fruits of our knowledge.
The visitors were warmly welcomed into every facet of our culture. It became a kid's dream to sign up with the Visitor Youth Corps. They earned our friendship, and sometimes even more. The visitors became a welcome addition to our lives. They were here to stay. Mike Donovan and his colleague Christine Walsh became the celebrated TV news crew to cover visitor affairs. But one night aboard the mothership, Donovan made a startling discovery.
The operation is working perfectly.
The visitors were lying. They were not like us. They were not our friends. Rushed back to get his hot story on network television. But before the broadcast, the visitors commandeered the airwaves. The alien spokesman, John, announced to the world that Mike Donovan was a threat to society, as was anyone who questioned the visitors' mission of peace and universal friendship. Donovan tried to tell Christine.
Mike, I work so closely with these people every day.
You don't believe me, do you?
Reptilian with tongues that...
It's all true. I've seen it, Chris.
Donovan's mother couldn't be convinced.
That's the most outrageous story I've ever heard.
He became a fugitive. The aliens were determined to kill him before he spread the truth. But soon more people began rebelling against the visitor's stranglehold. However, anyone who tried to escape was taken prisoner. One person did listen to Donovan.
Why don't you tell us what you know?
Juliet Parrish and her small group of resistors were the first not to doubt his incredible story.
Believe me.
Juliet had a plan for the group to fight back.
We have to arm ourselves.
They tried their best, but were forced to retreat. Donovan was caught and taken to see the alien commander, Diana.
You'll soon have no more worries, Mr. Donovan.
Diana had special plans to brainwash Donovan herself. But a few of the aliens were different and wanted to see Donovan escape. He first needed a weapon and a uniform.
You sure don't look like an iguana.
What?
Bad taste.
These aliens knew Donovan could help them in return.
Some of us, a very few of us, just don't believe in what our leader's doing.
Martin, an alien turncoat rebel, revealed the visitor's earthly mission. It was not to fill the mothership tanks with special chemicals.
You are here to take the water.
And Donovan Donovan learned that his 9-year-old boy was one of millions held in special chambers to be used as food.
My son is in here somewhere.
Juliet Parrish and the resistance rebels managed to win their first battle. V for victory became their symbol, but they know.
The war is just beginning.
And for one young girl left pregnant with this alien's child, a nightmare is on its way. Tonight, the saga continues as V, the final battle, begins. Prepare yourself for the last war mankind may ever fight. Time is running out for those who know the truth. They must expose the visitor's secret enterprise, but the resistance force is surrounded by alien armies, and more are on their way. For Donovan and Julie, these may be their final days together, and the final days of man on Earth. Donovan must face the aliens to free his son from the mothership, and Diana is waiting for him to try. A war where the prize is our planet, pitting mother against son, neighbor
I'm warning you.
against neighbor, and allies against each other.
No!
A war where one baby's birth is the most anxiously awaited moment in history. A war where everything you can imagine happens.
Portions of V, The Final Battle, are being brought to you by the front-wheel drive Toyota Corolla sedan for 1984, now at your local Toyota dealer.
Behold the doubting Thomases.
No.
They don't believe anything you tell them about cars.
No way.
They don't believe you can get a roomy front-wheel drive car that's affordable and gets great gas mileage, too.
Impossible.
Then we showed them the Toyota Corolla, the high-mileage sedan that's roomy and downright affordable.
Come on, how can Corolla give you so much for so little?
It's just a Toyota tradition.
We believe! We believe!
Welcome to Timex Quartz. Incredible technology. Uncanny accuracy. Our lightweight runner's quartz is water resistant. Our dress digitals have no buttons. This sleek command bar controls all functions. For Mother's Day, bring the value of Timex Quartz into her world.
I'd sure like another Stroh's.
Oh, wait. Alex? 2 cold Stroh's.
Where do you see this?
Just open the refrigerator. Just open one bottle. Just open the other. Now he's pouring yours. Now he's pouring mine. Alex, you better be drinking your water.
From one beer lover to another Stroh's.
Many Visa card holders will soon receive their new Visa cards.
Got yours too?
Yeah.
For some, it will be the new classic Visa card.
Haven't seen you around lately.
Well, I travel a lot on business.
Until your new classic card arrives, your current Visa card is as good as ever.
You want to break this in?
You're on.
It's a classic. Your new Visa card.
Visa.
Look what the computer wizards at Apple have come up with now. It has the power of these 2 computers, a built-in disk drive. It can run over 10,000 different programs. You get everything you need to hook it right up to your TV. You can even add a mouse. Introducing the Apple IIc. Now comes the real magic. You can take it home for under $1,300.
Simple.
Introducing a delicious rice side dish.
Simply delicious.
That's simple to make and simply delicious to taste.
New Lipton rice and sauce.
The exciting rice side dish with simmered-in sauce for a delicate taste. And there's 4 delicious flavors.
Simple.
In just 10 minutes, you make it fresh. Now there's the simmered-in flavor.
Simply delicious.
Of Simply Delicious.
New Lipton rice and sauce. Aren't your kids?
America's kids. No toothpaste is doing more to help them fight cavities than Crest.
Aren't your kids?
For over a generation, Crest toothpaste has helped prevent more kids' cavities than all other toothpaste combined.
Aren't your kids?
So when it comes to fighting cavities, aren't your kids worth Crest?
Aren't your kids the best?
Hey, Dad, my checkup. All right.
at your kids' word quest.
Fresh ground cinnamon. It makes a delicious difference in my cinnamon rolls. I'm Mrs. Olson. You know, the right ingredients are so important in good cooking. That's why Folgers is good cooking. It has a just right, delicious ingredient, mountain-grown coffee. The richest kind. Delicious. Now that's mountain-grown coffee. Folgers is good cooking.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Bo Brady. Roman Brady. Out to save the city from total destruction. Will they make it in time? The most explosive days of our lives ever. This week.
And the winner of this month's Individual Best Award is John Morris. John has gone out of his way to tell folks about Marine Midland's 24-hour loan service and to explain to folks about our low-fee checking account and to keep people happy on those lunchtime lines.
Are you getting the best in individual service at your bank? You can make it happen with Marine.
WNYT, Albany, New York.
The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
Hey, guys, I'm back.
Catch anything, Riley?
Yeah, caught this granddaddy of a fish.
But when I got him in the boat, he says, I'll give you 3 wishes if you throw me back.
A talking fish?
Well, it was hot. I was thirsty, so I wished for a nice, cold Stroh's beer. And there it was. Tasted so good, I wished for another one.
2 wishes, 2 Strohs.
And what'd you do with the 3rd wish?
Hey, would I forget my friends?
From one beer lover to another, Strohs.
Take the Legs Sheer Elegance Touch Test and feel the difference between sheer elegance and regular pantyhose. One touch tells you this feels rough, the other smooth. This feels coarse. So silky. That's the silky difference of Legs Sheer Elegance. In Control Top, too. It looks and feels as silky as silk itself. One touch and you'll know the silky difference of Legs Sheer Elegance.
Polaroid is traveling around America to let people discover today's Polaroid instant pictures. Here's the great barbecue cook-off in Conroe, Texas. Meet Mark Peters. It's his first time.
Boy, that's vivid color. They're real sharp and clear. I am really not that good at it. Makes for a better time when you can see them right away, doesn't it?
Right.
Everyone that I showed their pictures to, they really brightened up their day.
Come on, America. Discover today's Polaroid instant pictures.
You can make friends with the camera.
Ben, don't you have any fresher tomatoes?
When only the freshest will do.
Now that's fresh.
Got a special on mayonnaise, Mrs. B.
Ben, those bargain brands don't taste as fresh as Hellman's.
Just bring out the Hellman's.
Why do people insist on Hellman's? It tastes fresher than bargain brands.
You've become a great cook.
She had the best teacher.
Just bring out the Hellman's and bring out the best.
Your wife or husband, then sudden death. But was it murder? You decide and phone in your vote on You or the Jury, next after V. Monday, it's Outer Space Bloopers.
People of Earth.
Pat Boone plays a practical joke on Debbie. And Rod Stewart gets surprised Monday.
Blooper.
Toyota presents the 5998 Workhorse. A workhorse you can feed big payloads and tough jobs. A workhorse with the power of a herd. But best of all, Toyota let this workhorse out of the barn for only $59.98, a price that hasn't changed in over 2 years. 1984 Toyota Standard Bed. It's leaving the truck world standing on its rear.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
When you need a little lift, but you just can't take a break, chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
The cool, refreshing feeling of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum puts a little lift in everything you do. That good, smooth chewing, that crisp, clean taste. That Wrigley's Spearmint pickup is going for you.
Wrigley's Spearmint Gum really keeps you humming. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum keeps you humming along. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum really keeps you humming. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum keeps you humming.
Introducing the only leaven freshened detergent for a clean that breaks the static barrier. Introducing new Fab with full-strength fabric softener.
Full-strength fabric softener plus full-strength detergent in new Fab? Fabulous! No more staticky socks or clingy wash, and such a fabulous clean.
Towel soft, Mom.
And lemony fresh.
Get a clean that breaks the static barrier.
Your Fab, we're glad there's full-strength fabric softener in you.
What a feeling of clean you get with Lysol deodorizing cleaner.
It's a feeling of spring, it's in the air. What a sparkle, what a shine. It's a feeling of freshness everywhere.
Lysol cleaner leaves your house feeling like you just did spring cleaning. It even kills germs. The house is so clean you can smell it in the air.
It's a feeling of freshness everywhere.
Lysol deodorizing cleaner. Spring cleaning in a bottle every time.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Next Sunday, 3 generations caught between all that they are to each other and the secrets of a young girl's desire. Maureen Stapleton, Stephanie Powers, and Melissa Gilbert in Family Secrets.
On an all-star dream house.
It's our special $50,000 charity tournament.
With Wheel of Fortune's Pat Sajak and the stars of Maze and Gimme a Break all this week.
We're ready.
The finer things in life. Happily, some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Grey Poupon is so fine, it's even made with white wine. Its original French Dijon recipe adds distinctive flavor to beef, pork, and poultry, salad dressing and sauces, and of course, sandwiches. So enjoy one of life's finer pleasures.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course, Grey Poupon. It even has wine.
This is a 13 News Digest. I'm Chris Kapasnashi.
And I'm Vic Vetters. Jose Napoleon Duarte is a favorite in El Salvador's presidential election today, but the voting was not without incident.
Meanwhile, Gary Hart's presidential run is in trouble tonight. His Texas campaign chairman says he should get out of the race, and the Swifts are back in Northville.
Join us at 11.
What a bummer. Another engine we can't mess up.
How could Mobil do this to me?
Yeah. Improve their super unleaded gasoline.
It's really powerful.
High octane is so...
Knocking and pinging is becoming a lost art.
Yeah. I just hope nobody else finds out how good their new gasoline is. How could they find out?
Mobil could make a television commercial.
All next week, the 30-minute news will give you information that could save your life. Watch an important series of reports on colon rectal cancer. It's curable. And now WNYT joins Albany Medical Center and Phase Drugs to co-sponsor a free test that helps you detect this disease. I'm Vic Vetters. Pick up your test at any Phase. Then watch The Cancer Nobody Talks About. All next week on the 30-minute news at 6 and 11.
There's something really delicious in this week's newspaper. Look for Dunkin' Donuts money-saving coupon in your local newspaper.
WNYT, Albany, New York.
The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
I'd sure like another Stroh's. Oh, wait. Alex? 2 cold Stroh's. Where do you see this? Just open the refrigerator. Just open one bottle. Just open the other. Now he's pouring yours. Now he's pouring mine. Alex, you better be drinking your water.
From one beer lover to another Stroh's.
Steadfast, versatile, intelligent. The mark of marathon champions and the Xerox 10 series marathon copiers. Desktop, mid-sized, and high-volume copiers. Each designed to outrun every competitor in its class. Each designed to shatter the record for endurance. The marathons from Team Xerox. Start running your own marathon by calling Xerox today. Official sponsor of the 1984 Olympics.
It's your first year as a mother, and I want to thank you, dear, for the love you shared with him and me all through the year. So I'm giving you this Hallmark is a part of me.
Make Mother's Day very special. Hallmark, when you care enough to send the very best.
The world we live in is not a good place for skin. Air pollution, overheated room, too much sun, so I use UseGuard. UseGuard adds a special ingredient, gives extra protection most of us don't have. You can't change the world, but you can change your moisturizer.
UseGuard for extra protection.
Ooh, these sinuses hurt. Remember 6612. Some medicines only relieve these 6 sinus cold symptoms. Advanced formula Dristan goes on to relieve 6 more. Relieves all 12 sinus cold symptoms without aspirin or caffeine. Advanced formula Dristan.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Next. Suppose it was your wife or your husband. It was sudden death, but was it murder? You must decide and phone in your verdict when you are the jury. An extraordinary adventure in television. Next.
We're always glad to quote prescription prices, Mrs. Ross, even over the phone. Excuse me. We do have a generic drug for this prescription, and it's about $4 less.
When it comes to saving you money on prescriptions, your CVS pharmacist is an expert.
You're 60? Then you could get our 10% prescription discount.
So ask a CVS pharmacist how you can save at today's neighborhood drugstore.
And 2 makes 10. Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I love to fish in it.
I love to swim in it. I love to splash in it.
People who love the water love New York. And we have special vacation packages that make it easy to dive right in. See your travel agent or call for our free vacation guide.
I love to kiss in it.
I love New York. What a great vacation.
WNYT, Albany, New York.
There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place.
Believe it or not, there's finally joy in Mudville. Introducing the 1984 Toyota Tercel.
There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face.
This front-wheel drive Tercel will get you where you're going with more room inside than any other subcompact. The new Toyota Tercel, Toyota's lowest priced car.
And finally, there is joy in Mudville.
It's your first taste of the day, starting fresh, starting pure. It's your first taste of the day, so you make sure that you let Minute Maid begin it.
We always make sure our first taste of the day is the best it can be, with 100% pure Minute Maid orange juice.
The first taste of the day.
When the First World War broke out in 1914, my grandparents were 2 of the 150,000 Americans stranded in Europe. And in those days, you didn't just hop a 747 home. So they got in touch with the one place they knew could help.
Sorry, Mom.
American Express. And sure enough, like they did for so many others, American Express got them a ship and got them home, even though it did mean sleeping out on deck.
Personal service from American Express. That's the way it was then. That's the way it is now. Today, American Express employs over 8,000 people devoted solely to customer service.
We'll mail you a new card today, Mr. Stern.
And operates more than 1,000 travel service offices.
Now, if you should lose your traveler's checks, just go to our nearest office.
To serve you at home and abroad.
I checked your reservations, Mr. Gray. They're confirmed.
Thank you. No one else has anything like it. American Express. Don't leave home without us.
Stay tuned following these messages for some exciting scenes from tomorrow night's episode of V, The Final Battle.
Toyota is turning the truck world upside down. With a new generation Toyota 4x4. An all-new truck designed to give you more room and more comfort. Yet tough enough and rugged enough to take on anything it can put its four wheels on. The 1984 Toyota 4x4s. Now an even tougher act to follow.
What a feeling, Toyota.
The return of American business. It's coming back smarter, more competitive. AT&T can help your business with smarter techniques to manage information.
Your region looks promising.
Distribution.
We can ship it to you without a layover.
All by tailoring the AT&T long-distance network to work for you in ways you never thought of. AT&T Communications.
Charlie McGee is an ordinary child, normal in every way.
Charlie, now watch what you're doing.
But one, she can set things on fire with just a glance.
Daddy, I'm scared.
But there are those who will do everything to control her and maybe destroy her. Charlie McGee is Stephen King's fire starter. Will she have the power to survive? Rated R. Starts Friday at select theaters. Check newspapers for locations.
My dad's always telling me that when he started in the construction business, he could carry all his tools in the back of a pickup.
Now some of the tools could carry a pickup.
No secret, just good work at a good price, right?
Word of mouth did the rest.
Folks at Meisterbrow do a good job. Sure, we can afford any beer we want.
But this tastes as good as Budweiser and doesn't cost as much. I think word of mouth on Meisterbrow is going to be pretty good.
Meisterbrow. Tastes as good as Budweiser at a better price.
Tomorrow night,
The visitors are on their way. We got to get out of here.
the Resistors' headquarters will be destroyed in a deadly raid. They'll have a plan to strike back, but Donovan will be caught during his quest for his son and forced to tell all to Diana. There will be one last chance to save Julie from the conversion chamber, and Diana's greatest wish may come true. Tomorrow night, the world will at last witness the birth of Robin's baby. Your wife or husband, then sudden death. But was it murder? You decide and phone in your vote on You or the Jury, next after V.
This is NBC News Digest, sponsored by Chuck Wagon brand dog food. Here is Jennifer McLogan, NBC News.
Walter Mondale campaigned in Ohio today, hoping to wrap up the Democratic presidential nomination when that state and others hold primaries Tuesday. He crushed Gary Hart in the Texas caucuses yesterday. Hart's Texas campaign manager suggested today it may be time for the senator to consider ending his presidential quest. Now this.
Purina Chuck Wagon brand dog food.
There was a massive outpouring of religious fervor for Pope John Paul on the final day of his visit to South Korea. 800,000 people watched the pontiff canonize the first Korean saints. They were beheaded 100 years ago for refusing to denounce Christianity. The Pope said the flowering of the Korean church deserves admiration. I'm Jennifer McLogan in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
The long-distance tomato. For sale everywhere, but not worth eating. Never ripe or juicy or sweet. The same thinking that got to the tomato has gotten to modern beer. Something's missing. There is an alternative to mass-produced beer, unmass-produced beer. My family's been making it since 1888. The real article. For experienced beer drinkers.
Matt's Premium for those extra fussy beer drinkers out there.
If there's one thing Germany is noted for, it's engineering. It's a country where accuracy and precision are everything. Perhaps that's why in Germany, where they sell over 350 different brands of watches, the watch that sells most is Citizen. Citizen watches, the smartest engineering ever strapped to a wrist.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7 on TV 13.